Buddy. It's October 3rd, 2024. We were just doing a video earlier. It's almost 8 o'clock. Well, it's 7:37. You know, I have a clock in my head at this point. I've been around for a long time, and you develop that if you continue to try and work. True learning, I believe true learning, whatever it is to you, there are certain things we all have in common with true learning, which one of them is that there's a right way and a wrong way to try to learn. And just because you try to learn doesn't mean you succeed in learning. What do I mean? Think about it, and I will explain what I mean, and hopefully you get it a little bit. If you try to learn and you discover that you can take other people's energy relentlessly and look nice around the other people that are doing the same thing, which is a lot of times the majority. And that doesn't mean that if you're in the majority, it doesn't mean you're right or good or on the side of good. Okay, which is something I think it's easy to forget, is that the first thing you need to learn is treat people with the same love, respect, kindness, caring, intelligence, wisdom. Most of all, love and respect. Treat other people the way you'd want to be treated regarding love and respect, which means you have to be mindful of everybody else's needs almost as much as your own, maybe as much, so that if somebody makes you mad, you have to examine why. For instance, maybe there's a kid that comes into the classroom who's on the outset looks like that he or she is trying to deliberately undermine the class with his or her anger. However, look into the background of the situation a little bit and try to talk and find out if the child or young adult that is appearing to cause a problem, for instance, has lunch that day. Things like that. The rest is up to you. Okay, so having said that, we can now look at world history in terms of our social studies from grades 1st through 6th and determine that there's been a lot of shenanigans going on between cultures going to other cultural groups in other areas and taking land for themselves without concerning themselves with the people that were already there that also have needs, which is what I've tried to teach all my life as an educator, which has extended from 2001 to this time, which is 23 years. And also we're concerning with art in specific and social studies in general. So what I would like you to do is step back a little bit and think about the world cultures that exist. I had a great social studies teacher in the 7th grade named Mrs. Robbins, or Miss Robbins. Ms., we would say Ms. I'm not sure if that was her married name. I don't think it was at that time, but that's none of my concern or business. And that's another issue, which is the Equal Rights Amendment, which in our culture before 1972, or whenever it was passed, I think it was passed in 73, it was ratified as an amendment. It was either Mrs. or Miss for a woman, and if it was Miss, you knew she wasn't married, and for a man, it was always Mr., and there was no way to tell. And so women protested that. But anyway, you talk about, there's so many things to run your mouth on, and they're all of them valid. That's why I have to step back and just do art. That's the only way I know how to shut up. So the previous video, we had a pen that didn't write. Now we have a pen that writes. Well, it wrote, but it not like this. This is like boom, and we are kind of in a hurry because you kids, you young adults, you students must get your math done, and it's considered a priority as compared to art, and that's true. That's very true. And the one reason why that is, it's true and it's not. It depends. If you're going to be an architect or engineer, it's very good to think visually. But again, I digress because the fact of the matter is that without math, you're in trouble. To be continued. Everybody have a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic day, and please, I talk it too much. Okay, so please excuse me talking too much. if that's the case, if that's what it feels like. And I will talk less in the next video, hopefully. But I can't make any promises because talking is part of this job, which is educator in this great city and state of New York and this great country of the United States of America. To be continued.